My dear friends, Krishna was very busy in taking care of the situations in Mathura Empire. Now he found time and he sent a messenger to Vrindavan. And he arrived and he is meeting with Nanda Baba. Yashoda is sitting nearby and many Gopas and Gopis are also sitting around him. He asks, does Krishna remember us, me, his mother Yashoda, his friends, Bhadra, Subal, Sridham and Gopas and Gopis? Does Krishna remember my baby Radha, Chandravali, Lalita, Vishakha, who were teasing him, wrangling with him all the time? Does he ever remember these loving cows, peacocks, birds and whole Vrindavan dying to see him every minute? Apismaratina Krishno Matara Sureda Sakhin Gopan Vrajam Chatmanatham Gavo Vrindavanam Girim. These loving cows, does he ever remember these loving cows, peacocks, birds and whole Vrindavan dying to see him every minute? For the protection of whom he always risked his life, jumping on the river and fighting dragon Kaliya, lifting up Giriraj, battling with Aghasur, Bakasur, Dhenukasur, Kadambasur, Vyomasur, Keshi. He endangered himself again and again just to keep us alive. He used to do lots of heart-captivating pastimes to see us happy. Does he ever find time to think of us? Will he come to see us? His mother Yashoda, who is waiting for him ever since. Oh, when will we see his smiling face again? Sarit Shailavanodeshan, Sarit Shailavanodeshan, Gao Venuravai me. Sarit Shailavanodeshan, Mukunda Padabhushitan, Akridani Chamananam Manoyati Tadatmanam. It's the same Yamuna beaches, the same hills and dells and meadows, walkways where he walked and sported in the lush green forest and ponds. His footprints are still there. We have protected some of them with covering, and gopis and gopals often lit a ghee flame, burn dhoop, and go absorbed in the samadhi of his deep remembrances. Often we hear the echo of his flute music he used to play, often especially when going to the woods and coming back with friends and holy cows. Those echoes have been absorbed by the ether of Vrindavan Khan, and the resounding reaches our ears, and Akridani Chamananam Manoyati Dadatmatam. Our activities get slackened. His sportive sidelong glances and his nectarine laughters and whispers become so real, so entrancing that we are lost in oblivion. Often a deep transcendental tormentation takes over our life. Oh, the flute-playing countenance of my son, and Mother Yashoda is crying now. Mother Yashoda, flute, She says, flute, flute, flute music, so enchanting, so heartfelt. It used to echo and resound, but now it became a prohibited music in Vrindavan. He went and the flute was silenced forever. Without him, who will play and how? And why? Flute can echo in Vrindavan alone, and that only through him, because his flute never went to Mathura. He left it here with Mother Yashoda. She keeps it safe. She wipes it again and again with the corner of her sari, so gently, so softly, as if wiping her baby Krishna's face. She gazes and gazes at it for a long time. This is her son's favorite toy. It always used to adorn his hand, his lips, or be tugged in his belt. Even when he slept, he kept it beside him. Yashoda remembers all that. Suddenly, he used to persuade. He would insist, you play it. He would tell to a friend, to this Madhu, to Bhadra, to Sridham, to Subal, and even to me. So often he insisted, he begged, and all we could do is to blow it like a whistle, and he would laugh, a wholehearted laughter, and we would be very happy. And he would stand there somewhere, anywhere, under a kadamba or a tamal, or beneath the rolling, blossoming vines, Tribhanga Lalit. And that beautiful son of mine, his peacock feather-crown bent, earrings bent to the left shoulder, and his thin red lips become like an O. His large lotus eyes would become half closed, and his soft fingers would dancingly run over the tiny holes of flute here in our yard. In Mother Yashoda's yard, all the gopis and gopas and cows and even monkeys and birds and peacocks used to come running and flying from all over to sit and listen. When Yashoda looks at the flute now and takes it in her hand, she feels her son will just come running from somewhere and ask her, shall I, my mom, play my flute? Shall I? Oh, how absorbed becomes that lotus-eyed son of mine, always turbulent, so restless, moving everywhere, wrangling with every gopi. But with this flute, he is so silent, so at peace, so entranced, as if doing some great meditation of a Himalayan yogi. He used to be part of him. It used to be part of him. It used to be a symbol of his new dimension of life. It used to be inseparable from him. But now that same flute is lying here lost, crying, devastated, dissolute. And lo, Mother Yashoda is crying again. You will resound again. Mother tried to console the flute. Flute became alive. My son will come again. You will resound again. He will come back and place you on his lips. Then your honeysuckle days will return. Don't be despondent, dear flute. Oh, my child will be coming any day, any minute. Please, let us wait, let us wait, let us wait. Om Namo Brahmanya Devaya Go Brahmana Hitaya Cha Jagadita